What's going on, everybody? And welcome welcome back to the podcast.
I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, look at you're so cool. I am once again joined by my bestest of friends.
Me.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Amaral. Brooklyn Michelle Amaral. What's your middle name?
No.
Brooklyn
I'll give you a hint. It starts
Katerina.
No. What do you think? It starts with a J.
Jasmine.
No.
Jade.
No. You probably won't guess it. It's not a
Jennifer.
common name. No.
Okay, what?
Juliana.
I would not have guessed that.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Juliana Amaral. Thank you for taking time out of your extremely busy day to chat with me.
Yeah, I kind of want. I'm going to be doing this with my eyes closed. I'm so tired.
Why? Why are you tired?
Same reason you are.
Oh, you stayed up to watch the game.
Yeah, but then I was up at 4 because I coached at 5.
Oh, yeah.
So my clock said 5 hours.
Yes.
And then there was that late game the other night, and the Jays are throwing me off.
I know.
And I haven't even stayed up. Like, I haven't been fully awake for one full game because I just can't. But like, if I'm kind of like dozing off on the couch, it's like interrupted sleep, and then I'm getting up in the morning, and it's just been a week of not good sleep. So I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, that one. I was telling Kate about this morning. So I stayed up to watch the really long one.
Mm-hmm. And then you said you weren't saying you weren't going to watch it.
Then I was done, but then I was back. But that night really effed me up. Like,
did you feel hungover the next day?
I know I'm still not recovered. Mm-hmm. And I did nothing. I sat on a couch, was drinking water. But my body is just aging at a rapid rate.
Old man.
It's such an old man. Anyways.
Okay, I just need to share something before we go into the topic of the day. Because one of my friends reached out after our last podcast and made a suggestion after I talked about throwing out Halloween candy.
Oh, okay. Yes.
She said, don't throw it out. You can bring it to the food bank.
Oh, was this Sarah?
No.
Oh.
Someone else tell you this?
Yeah.
Oh, no. It was my friend Jody. She said, don't throw out your Halloween candy. Bring it to the food bank because they'll put it in like their little holiday packages and stuff. And they always to throw in some treats.
Yeah. Sarah D messaged me saying that I think Project Hope, you can also donate it to Project Hope. So that's good because I would feel bad throwing all that stuff out. So we can bring it to the food bank.
Yeah.
And actually, funny enough, so on November 1st, I'm going to launch our Holiday Accountability Challenge. Mm-hmm. And one of the big things...
Christmas time!
I'm making some differences. I'm making some changes, which I'm really excited about. Okay. Maybe next week we'll talk more about them. But obviously, one of the things we always do is we get a bunch of non-perishables for the London Food Bank. So we can even include that as well. Like, hey, bring any used candy. We
could just start collecting it now.
That's not a bad idea. Okay, you heard it here.
Yeah.
Bring in your candy to the gym.
Bring it in. Let's do it. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I think, and this might sound bad, but like the drop-off can be inconvenient, right? So not everyone's going to be like, oh, I can't. I don't have time to go to the food bank, and then they're just going to toss it out. Yep. Bring it to the gym. I think this is a great idea. We can have like a bucket, and then we can donate that.
I like it.
Yes.
Done. Perfect. I'll make it a more official post as well because I think that's a really good idea.
Thanks for the suggestion, Jody and
Sarah. So for today's topic, another quick side quest. Connor upstairs, he's like, oh, I've been listening to your podcast. He's like, I always love how you start off being like, it's going to be a short one. And then you end be like, oh, wow, it's been 4 hours.
Okay, but we were really good at the beginning.
We've never been good.
Yes, we have. We were so good at the beginning for like the first 3.
Yeah. Now it's 2 hours.
But you want to know what else? Someone else told me.
Make them longer?
No, someone was like, I love how Isaac always says, all right, guys, like you can tune out now. She's like, I never tune out. I always want to keep listening.
Nice.
So,
well, guys, you can tune out now. Just
maybe
kidding.
the people want to hear it.
Okay, so for today, fun little topic.
Yeah, I think so.
I went into ChatGPT and I asked it, what are the top 10 most asked questions on Google relating to health and fitness and nutrition? So it spit out 10 questions. We've briefly talked about them, but full transparency.
No, we have not talked about them.
When I say we've talked about them, I've literally told her what the questions are, but we didn't talk about
them for a second.
Exactly.
I forget what they are.
See, this is organic content.
Yeah.
First one. How many days a week should I work out?
Am I starting?
Sure.
I think it depends on the person personally. And I think studies would back it up that like 3 days of strength training is like a great place to work too. Mm-hmm. I understand not everyone might be able to. I think that's a great goal if you're not there to work towards. Yeah.
I agree. So I think, especially like knowing the type of person that's typing this in, this is probably someone that maybe is looking to make a bit more of a transformation or get into working out again. That person shouldn't be doing 5 days a week. Like that's a lot to jump into. So, starting at 2 days a week, even 1 day a week, like just doing something.
Doing more is a great place to start.
100%.
Just doing more than what you're doing.
Exactly. So working up to 3 days, I think is a really, really great place to be. But don't feel like you need to be there right away. Maybe you start a little bit slower. But what's more important than just working out during those specific days is staying active during those other days.
Filling it with other activity.
So we always talk about this, right? But yeah, parking a little bit further away from the doors at work to increase your walk a little bit. Go for a walk at lunchtime. Go for a walk during your breaks. Go for a walk with your family afterwards. Play with your kids. Like just different ways to stay active, I think, is also super, super important when it comes to, how many days should I be working out? Cool. Number 2, what should I eat before and after a workout? Funny enough, this topic, so I was going into the archives of our podcast, and this was like an OG podcast we recorded 5-6 years ago, and it was our most listened to podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
What to eat before your workout?
Yeah, I think fitness myths was one, and then the other one was what to eat before and after
These are
your workout.
Old ones? We've been doing this for a long time.
We have been doing it for a very long time.
Yeah.
In like the closet at the old gym.
Yeah.
But yes, okay, so what should I eat before and after a workout? Once again, I know it's not the answer everyone wants to hear, but it does depend like when you are working out. If you're working out at 5:15 a.m., maybe you're not going to be able to stomach anything before you work out. If you're working out super late at night, maybe you don't want to be having like any sort of caffeine or anything because that's going to keep you up and disrupt your sleep. I think sort of just like a good rule of thumb is you want to have a carb before you work out in an ideal world, eating it anywhere from an hour to 2 hours before your workout. And that carb could be as simple as like a banana, maybe it's some oatmeal. If you want to be really nitpicky, I would say don't necessarily have the carb with a fat before your workout, fat being like peanut butter or something like that, only because it's going to slow down the absorption of the carb into your energy systems. So it might just make it a little bit longer till you actually get the full benefits of that carb. So try to stick to just a carb beforehand. If you want to have a little bit of protein, you can. It does make a massive difference. And then after your workout, there's no like, protein window where if you don't have your 20 grams of protein, you're going to disintegrate. But there is such things as building habits and making sure we're getting enough protein. So if you want to have that anchor of working out be the anchor that actually makes you have a protein shake when you're done your workout, I think that's really good. And that is the one time when your body is like, it's hungry. So give it some protein and give it some carbs. Same thing. Try to stick away from the fat immediately after a workout as well. That's if you want to be super nitpicky. If you want to have some fat after a workout or before a workout, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but.
What's your go-to pre-workout?
I'm so simple. I'll do like a banana, apple. If I'm at home or I'm going for like a really big run, maybe I'll have some oatmeal with that as well. But I'm usually just super simple, or a granola bar, like a Cliff Bar or something like that.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, it's usually a protein shake and another piece of fruit.
I think this can be like maybe a confusing or harder topic than it needs to be sometimes because I think there's some nuance to it. And I did fasted training for years, and I felt good doing it until I started to learn more and read more. And it's interesting because I've followed someone like Dr. Stacey Sims for a really long time, and she'll preach like women need about 15 grams of protein pre-workout. And then, if you're going to do some cardio conditioning, or a long run, 30 grams of carbs. And then I also listened to another podcast. I don't remember who the women were, but one was like a doctor, and she was like, it does not matter. I was like, this isn't helping the case because it's just very confusing out there. She was like, you can train fasted. You're not going to burn any muscle. And so I've heard two like polar opposites. I think it's important for people to find out for themselves.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Like, for when I coach a 5 or 6 a.m. class or have clients that train early, I'll ask them normally what they do for a pre-workout. And some of them like, I'm not eating before a 6 a.m. class. And I just say, experiment with it. Have a banana on your way or when you get up. Like most people don't have an appetite to eat anything big. I do try and have about 15 grams pre if it's early in the morning, like if I haven't had a meal, and I'll add carbs in there if I'm going to do like a hard conditioning or something. So that's what I do. But I think it's important for people to, this is where you really got to tune in to how you feel during your workout. Like, do you feel like you're dogging it halfway through?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I never eat, I go fasted. You know, when I trained fasted, I could still PR. I felt like I could still hit what I needed to. But then there would be days when I had really, like, you just got to pay attention to how you feel in your workout, how you can push, how you feel in strength, how you feel in conditioning. And if you normally don't eat, try. Like, what's the worst thing? You're like, oh, I don't. But you might be like, holy shit, I actually feel a lot stronger. So I think it's important to kind of play around with it. And it's never really black or white, right? You might find like the perfect mix that works good for you.
Yep.
But it's about like tuning in.
I 100% agree. Yes. Try it out. Try different things. See what works for you.
Yeah.
Cool. Next. What's the best exercise for weight loss? Do you want to go?
Things you aren't doing right now.
Yeah.
The best one is there is not. Because exercise doesn't mean necessarily that you are going to lose weight. This is where it's like, you know, what ab exercises can I do to get a six pack? Well, how about, you know, it is true what they say, abs are made in the kitchen, you know, cliche, but it's true. Like, you're not just going to start, I don't know, there's nuances too. Like, if someone's doing absolutely nothing, it's not like you might lose weight by doing 10 squats a day if you've been sitting on your ass.
Yeah.
I don't think there's one best exercise. There's not. And it's lifestyle.
Yeah, I agree. It's it doesn't matter what exercise you're doing as long as you're doing it consistently. Mm-hmm. So realistically, if you want to just be doing lower body squats every single day, yeah, you're going to lose weight if that's the only thing you're doing and you make changes to your diet and your lifestyle and bits like that. But the one thing I will say is, because we do see this with some clients where they'll come in and their focus will be fitness and they're not necessarily changing much lifestyle or nutrition wise. And maybe they were at a point before they joined the gym where like they weren't gaining weight, they weren't losing weight. They've literally just stayed the same. And then they come to the gym and they've never done that before. So now they're increasing their activity level throughout the week. And they're like, oh yeah, my clothes are fitting a little bit different. I'm starting to notice the scale go down a little bit, for sure. And then it will start to plateau again where, okay, now they're not losing weight again. They're not gaining weight. They're staying the same. And that means something else needs to change. So they need to either work out way harder or they can make slight adjustments to their lifestyle and nutrition. So that's why we're really big proponents of, when you start this whole journey, start focusing on your diet as well. Start moving more. That's when it's like, ooh, now rather than making this like really slow progression, you can start to speed up those results. Not saying you're going to lose 50 pounds in a week. That's not the goal. But you can still see really sustainable results happening a little bit quicker if you are pulling more of those levers.
Yeah, I think if you're looking for weight loss, you shouldn't just be looking at exercise. You need to look at a way bigger picture.
100%.
And any exercise is good exercise, but you could also exercise 7 days a week and still eat like an asshole and not lose weight.
That's right.
So there's definitely more to consider.
Love it. How much cardio should I do? / do I need rest days? Good question. So in terms of cardio, if we just think of like a workout breakdown, I would say like good goals to have 3 days of strength training. Strength training be real strength training. Like, you're lifting heavy 5 to 10 reps. You're taking 2 to 3 minutes of breaks in between those sets, not like cardio with weights. Cardio with weights is just cardio. Mm-hmm. So if we're doing 2 to 3 real strength days, I think that's a great start. And then in terms of cardio, trying to get that in 1 to 2 times per week as well. Because cardio is a little bit easier in the sense that if you're going for walks, that's a great form of cardio. It's going to help your heart health. If you want to get some zone 2 biking or running or walking in there as well, like that's great. But I don't think you need to worry about doing like 7 days of cardio work every single day.
I think that's sometimes old mentality. You know 100%. That we need to do so much cardio. And if you're not someone who runs, if you're not someone who maybe is going to do a harder conditioning circuit in a gym for cardio, you can think about, you're walking. That's maybe cardio for you right now. Eventually, you will adapt, and that's not going to hit a stimulus anymore, right? So then maybe now you're walking up hills, right? So there's always ways to kind of like increase. So depending on where you are in your journey, but yeah, it's still important.
For sure.
But I would say, and I know, strength training is more important.
Yeah.
But cardio, everyone wants good heart health. And I think cardiovascularly and, that conditioning state is still an important thing to work towards.
100%. And then rest days, yes.
Yeah.
You need rest days.
Especially as you get older.
100%. Rest days, that's when your body is getting stronger. That's when you're recovering. Those are important to, obviously, everyone wants to get stronger, but it's going to allow you to recover on those rest days. So during your working out days, you can push it a little bit harder. Whereas if you're always going, your body's always kind of beat up. Whereas when you let it recover, that's when it actually allows you to build more strength in the gym because you have the energy to push it.
And when you can have a rest day and not feel guilt around it, it's fucking amazing.
For sure.
Because it took me a long time to get there. Like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep. I would be like, oh, I need to be trained. This is painful. I need to go. And now I'm like, oh, it's a rest day. I want another one. Really soaking it up. It's very important.
But what is a rest day? Like, what is not a rest day?
What is not a rest day?
I don't even think that's a proper sentence. But do you know what I mean? Like, a rest day doesn't mean that you wake up. So you wake up and then you just lie in bed for the entire day. Or you wake up, then you go to the couch and you just watch TV all day. Like, sure, if you want to have those days on vacation once in a blue moon, cool. But rest days you're still doing things. You're still being active. You're still going for walks or going on hikes, like using your fitness.
Yeah.
It doesn't just mean complete veg out days.
No, I think, like light movement is a rest day, like going for that extra long walk. Even like for me, like a slow jog, I will do that on a rest day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is a calorie deficit and how many calories should I eat? What's cool is like we talk about these things all the time. So a calorie deficit really just means that you're eating fewer calories than you burn in the day. So if you usually burn 2,000 calories a day, then that means you need to be eating less than 2,000 calories a day. If you eat over that, then you're going to be in a caloric surplus. So what a deficit means is if you are eating less than you're burning in a given day, then you are going to be losing weight. There's potentially some other things that play into weight loss as well, but if we're looking for the biggest lever to pull, that would be the one.
What was the other question?
How many calories should I eat?
Oh.
Do you want to take that one?
That's very independent. Unless we know the person, I can't be like, women between 35 and 40 should be consuming 2,200 calories. Like we need to see some numbers and take 100%. Some things into consideration to know what your deficit would be.
Yeah.
So that's too broad of a question to answer individually.
Age comes into play, weight comes into play, fitness age comes into play.
Yeah. What your daily activity looks like. How many days a week are you training? Do we have a BMR that we can look at to put in, into equation? There's lots of stuff that you can use, but you can't just blankets. It's not a blanket statement. And
truthfully, this is where I think there's a lot of what's what I'm looking for, like trial and error in a sense, because no one is actually going to be able to tell you with 100% certainty how many calories you need to consume in a day to stay at maintenance, because your caloric expenditure changes every single, like me doing this. All right, I just burned something. You know what I mean? So it's like you can't be super consistent. That's why tracking is so important, and like why using the scale as a tool is important, because we can start to see, some of those dips and changes that we make. That's why you don't want to look at weight loss day to day. You want to look at it at a trend over weeks and months and years.
Yes.
Cool. I can see Brooke is fading away here.
I am. Do I look like I'm ready to go?
I feel like you.
No, you want to know what?
Are you sleeping right now?
I just yawned with my mouth shut.
I know you did. That's why I said
my eyes started to water, and I was like going to cry. It looked like I was going to cry. I was really holding back a yawn.
I got to see. So that was at that amount of time in. I'm going to zoom into you during that time. Just you.
I was good. I really held in that yawn, but I was like,
but you clearly did.
I know. I was instantly like, my eyes are for sure watering. It's
I was yawning. I'm going to call you out on it for sure.
I heard.
How much protein, fat fruits and veggies should I be eating? Protein, I mean, 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight, I think is a good place to start.
Yeah, goal body weight. Let's just kind of put that out there. Like, you can eat to goal body weight if you have a significant amount of weight to lose.
For sure. But if you're someone that's having 20 grams of protein right now.
Yeah, then you're going to aim for less and build. Like yes. I deal with this all the time. I don't say deal with it. I feel like that sounds like I'm like dealing with things. But I work with this a lot. And we know what an ideal target is. And after our first few days or weeks of just journaling in FitPal, if someone's hitting 79 a day, I'm not like, tomorrow we're hitting 130.
Yeah.
It could happen, but it's going to be a big jump and it's going to feel like a big jump. So I'm like, all right, let's aim for 90 and stick there. Then we'll look at it and be like, what could we add in here?
Yep.
Maybe we're adding something in your breakfast. Maybe you're not having a protein shake, but we're going to put one in post-workout, or we're going to beef up your dinner or your lunch. So again, this is why it's really great to track. Well, first of all, if you want to hit macros, you're guessing or you're tracking.
That's right.
But I think it's important for it to not to be an overwhelming transition, is to see where you are, see what you're eating daily, and then what your targets are, and then just know you can build on that.
Yeah.
You don't have to all of a sudden add 60 grams in one day. Or you know what, maybe you're so under eating that it'd be easy. I don't know. But yeah, you can aim lower and then you can build on it.
And just remember, we want to increase protein potentially if you're low in protein, but that is calories. So if you have a weight loss goal and you're currently you're seeing the scale go up and you're like, I need to have more protein, having more protein and changing nothing else is not going to help your case. So
no, you will probably have to make adjustments to your carbs.
You will definitely need to make adjustments somewhere. And then in terms of how much fat to eat, once again, that's going to depend on the person. But I think you and I would both agree, you never want to eliminate any macronutrient.
No.
So fat is a vital macronutrient that our body needs, especially for males and females, but especially for females. You need to make sure that you're consuming fats.
I normally say around minimum 3% of your body weight. Yeah. I think for women, it's safe to say if you're around in 60s.
Yeah,
that's safe.
Yep. Yeah. Not below.
No.
Yeah. And then fruits and veggies. Don't ask me. I eat so much fruits.
Don't follow Isaac's fruit plan. This guy's
fruitarian.
He should have a fucking orchard in his backyard.
Maybe I do. I mean, for veggies, I think a great rule of thumb is try to have veggies 3 times a day. Mm-hmm. That's not half of your plate.
Veggies you don't need to be super concerned about. I don't track red peppers and onions when I'm making stuff.
Yeah, but you have.
I have in. Are you going to say I have done it?
No, sorry. I mean yeah, no. I don't think in terms from a caloric standpoint you need to worry about tracking vegetables, because realistically, so much of the vegetable carbs that you're consuming, there's a lot of fiber in there as well. So the net carb is super low. But for people who don't have veggies, maybe tracking veggies is important to make sure you're actually eating them. Veggies, that's where we're going to get a lot of the micronutrients, so the vitamins and minerals that our body needs. It's where our skin is nice and bright and things like that.
A good thing to track veggies, which I don't always do, but also help see your fiber intake.
100%.
Right? And that's also an important macro that doesn't probably get mentioned enough.
No.
And what's really annoying is that I can't see it on my client's True Coach. Only one.
Oh.
I don't know if it's an upgraded version. I only have one client where I can see fiber intake at the bottom. Otherwise, it's protein, fats, carbs, sugar, calories.
Yeah. I mean,
or sodium and calories or something.
Years and years ago, we had a dietitian on who really focused on gut health, and I took a lot away from that individual. I forget her name, but anyway, she was fantastic. Oh, there's another.
I didn't hold it back though.
No. So one thing she said was, just from a veggie standpoint, don't just always have green veggies, but have a wide array of different colored vegetables. That's going to be really important for building a healthy gut microbiome as well. So
variety.
Yeah. Don't. I think it's hard to overeat fruits and veggies, to be honest. So don't be afraid of them.
I would have to force myself to overeat fruit.
That's crazy to me.
I can't. I said to Luke, I do not want these. I do not want fruit in the morning. No.
That's insane.
I have to force myself to eat fruit.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, we're complete opposites.
We are really complete opposites. What's the best diet? Keto, vegan, intermittent fasting. Those are just like examples, I'm assuming.
There is no best. This is another boring answer. Someone wants to be like, eat keto or eat. Yeah. No, it's not. I mean, I can have an opinion. I think you should eat everything.
I think those ones are stupid.
That's what I'm saying. Like you said, every macronutrient is important, I think. So I'm saying eat everything.
So once again, Brooke is now, this is the part of the podcast where Brooke is sleeping. So, yeah, for sure.
My eyes are open.
There is no right diet.
There's no right, yeah.
The best diet is the one that you can stick to consistently. So if we think of like intermittent fasting, I'm not a fan. However, if intermittent fasting is the best way for you to eat in a caloric, like if your goal is weight loss, if it's the best way for you to eat in a caloric deficit because you snack a lot at night and this way it's eliminated that for you, then cool, do intermittent fasting. Keto, I mean, I know what it is. I know enough about it. I know some people have seen ridiculous results.
Yeah, you're going to get people that say keto is the best. Paleo is the best. A vegan, vegetarian is the best.
Yes.
You're going to see both ends of the spectrum for all of these. And this is why it's very individual. If you are a vegan and you are healthy and strong and great, maybe that's the best for you.
Love it.
I would die on a vegan diet.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think I think you need to go into it with an open mind and know that there is not one that is best if you are, searching for the perfect thing, which you shouldn't be doing. Just, I think, yeah.
Yeah. What I'll say is I don't love a diet that completely eliminates a macronutrient. So this is where I really suffer with something like keto being used for weight loss. I don't like that idea. I don't know enough about keto being used for other health issues. So I'm not going to speak on that, but from a weight loss perspective, I would not recommend something like keto.
Yeah, and there's tons of people who have lost so much weight in keto.
For sure. The reason for it is because you eliminate a macronutrient. Now when it gets to the point of potentially reintroducing that macronutrient, have you actually built in the habits to not eat an entire loaf of bread? It's like,
also,
I don't love it.
I don't know someone who's done keto that still does keto.
That's so true. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think I know anyone keto right now. Or they just maybe don't tell me. But like I know people who have went hardcore keto and they don't anymore.
No, you're right. You don't hear too much about it.
No. That was a phase, but there's still probably people that hang on to that.
Okay. Once again, these questions, it was a very simple prompt in ChatGPT. I didn't say like, I own a gym, blah, blah, blah. So this isn't like a big promo to just join Movement Strength.
That's
okay.
true.
But just join Movement Strength. Okay. So how do I start at the gym? Build the plan. So obviously it's not saying how do I start at Movement Strength. This is just saying like how do I start at a gym and build a plan. I mean, I would say if you've never been to a gym before, I don't think signing up for something like Fit for Less is going to be the best solution. No. Because you don't know what you're doing. Let's just be honest. The reason
why people do not follow through on their fitness goals, do not lose weight, cannot get committed to fitness is because they don't know what to do. Yeah. How many people have we talked to? I've had a membership there for a year. Yeah. I go, I don't even know what to do. Or I go and I just get on the Stairmaster for half an hour and then I leave. Yeah. People need direction. If you're new, you need guidance. You need a coach. You need someone to tell you what to do and how to do it properly. Yes. That's what you do. How do you get a coach that knows what they're doing because you don't?
Yes, I agree. Yeah. Because a lot of the times the issue is that individual that just goes to the gym, they go to the elliptical, they go to the treadmill, they go to the Stairmaster because you have to press a button and they're like too intimidated to try to figure out how to use free weights or some of the machines that they have there. So I do think one of the best investments you can make in your health is to work with a trainer. Yeah. This doesn't mean work with a trainer for the rest of your life. Do a few sessions, get the basics under your belt.
Yeah, build a foundation, get comfortable, get confident until you feel like you could fly on your own in the gym.
100%.
And also stick with it long enough to feel like you know what working hard is like. Have someone push you because you do not know your limits when you're just starting because you're just feeling it out and you're always going to err on the side of caution, which is great. But I think really people really do need to experience getting pushed, getting out of their comfort zone. If you walk into the gym on your own as your first day, you think you're just going to start doing burpees?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Because it's not, you're like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know, but if you sign up for a coach and they're like, all right, we're going to warm up, do 10 burpees, you're probably going to do it.
Yeah.
So get a coach.
It kind of bleeds into this next one. Number 9, how do I stay motivated and consistent? So this is the other bit as well. Sometimes we found when people do their own thing or try to get that result on their own, it is pretty hard to stay motivated and consistent, especially if like the results start to wean, like you start to plateau. I think that is also where it's nice to have a trainer or be a part of a group class, because you're not just accountable to showing up to the gym, but now like you have Stacy that you love working out with on Fridays at 12 p.m. and she's waiting for you. So you're like, well, I have to go and work out with Stacy. So having that accountability partner, having that group, having that personal trainer, just having someone like an accountability buddy, I think is a really, really easy way to help you stay motivated and consistent.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, also don't expect to be motivated all the time.
That's right.
You know?
Yep.
And accountability, it's key because people know what they need to do. It's the follow through that they fall on.
Yeah.
So yeah, having accountability, whether that be someone checking up on you or you having that meeting or having to go, but then also like really working on that personal accountability with that person that's being that accountability for you. So when I work with someone, yes, give them a lot of accountability over 12 weeks, but I want them to build that personal accountability. So like you're going to feel, and that means like you're going to feel resistance to not do the things, to do the workout, to do the little bit of meal prep or like to eat the healthy meal. Like you need to be able to recognize that feeling and suck it up and do it.
Yeah.
Like that's how you're going to start building consistent. You get disciplined when you just start doing things. So I'm kind of going off topic here, but to stay consistent with something is like to practice just being disciplined with it, and then it becomes a habit. And one of the ways that I like to practice that and say like around the house, it might be like a simple thing like going and cleaning up some like 400 blankets that my kids have brought down for a fort, right? Like, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do this, but I'm like, I'll do it later.
Yeah.
As soon as I catch myself saying anything like, I'm going to do that later, I'm like, no, I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
And then you get better at not putting things off and like following through. So I kind of went off on a different angle there, but yeah, don't expect to be motivated, have accountability, and to be consistent, you need to be okay with doing things when you don't want to do them and feeling that, I don't want to do it feeling and doing it anyways.
Do you, I find I'm at the point now where it's like, if something hard comes into play before my workout or during my workout or whatever, I'm almost like I look forward to it.
Like the workout?
No, like the hard thing. So I'm like, all right, this is where I'm so proud of my discipline. I'm going to do that hard thing.
Yeah.
So I think like, so when I ran Chicago, headphones broke right at the beginning of the race. And it's like, boom, motivation was like, fuck.
Oh God.
I could have let this ruin my day. But I'm like, dude, good.
Yes. It's going to be hard.
Yeah, this is going to be so hard. But like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. I think very few beginners would have that mentality.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
I think that's something that you build to, and you will also get to a point where there's no negotiating.
Yes.
I don't think about my workout times. I don't think about working out the night before. It's like brushing my teeth. Yeah. I am going to do it. I'm just going to show up and I'm going to do it.
Yes.
So eventually you get to that point where you're not negotiating. It's like what you do. It's part of you now. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, once again, this is the importance of having a plan. Is if you don't have a plan, then you're going to be coming up with these excuses of like, oh, well, I don't know what I'm doing at the gym today and blah, 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 blah. So
it's probably
like,
the number one reason why people don't follow through. If you don't have a plan, then it's like, well, I'm not going to go because I don't even know what I'm doing.
So it's like, this is where, once again, the importance of having a trainer, a program, a plan is really important, because that will keep you coming, because you're like, well, I got to go and do said thing.
Yeah.
Okay, last one.
Okay.
We just talked about this. Is strength training safe? Will I get bulky? Can I train with injuries? Is strength training safe? Yes, if you know what you're doing. This is, once again, where it's so important to have a coach to make sure you know proper movement standards, that you're not overloading the bar, that you're setting yourself up for success by eating enough food and hydrating and fueling properly. It is definitely definitely safe.
Yeah. And I think this is where, having that coach in and having that guidance, because if you don't know how to do a goblet squat and you might be like, do I pick this one?
Yeah.
Like 35 pounds. You've never, you should maybe start with the 10, you know, see how it feels. So yes, it's safe.
Will I get bulky? If you try.
That's exactly. If you try, not
really,
by accident.
Really yeah. Will you get bulky by doing strength training 2 to 3 times a week? Probably not.
No.
So no, you're not going to get bulky. Don't worry about that. And can I train with injuries? This is actually a really good question.
Yeah, it is good.
Go.
Well, yeah, I guess, okay, it depends on the injury. I've definitely had my fair share, and I can still train. My training's modified. So, and this is also where it's a good idea to get a coach or a physio that can give you guidance and progressions and a plan, because also people will feel lost. How many people need to put things on hold, or like, I can't come to the gym because, you know, my knee is sore.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, are your arms broken too? Because you could come and we could do an upper body workout.
Yeah.
You know, we could do things seated. We don't have to squat. We don't have to do those things. So I think there's workarounds to it. And I think that's a big place where people fall off their journey, is with an injury, because they don't know how to adapt and they don't have the guidance for that part of it, like being injured and not knowing what to do and just thinking that the answer is doing nothing. Mm-hmm. So I think, yes, you can train with an injury. You're not going to do deadlifts with a broken back, but like you could do, there's other things.
Yeah.
And training could just look like mobility for you now.
Yeah.
Training might just be your physio plan.
I like it.
Yeah.
Cool. And worst case scenario, when you have injuries, if you can't push it in the gym as hard as you would like, you can use that energy and maybe you push it nutrition-wise a little bit harder.
Yeah, I always use
other
that.
activities in your life.
Yep, I always use that reframe as like, this is actually an opportunity where you could focus on something that you might not have.
Yeah.
Right? So like you could get stronger in some areas. This is where you have to really try and find a silver lining, and I know that can be very hard.
For sure.
With an injury, but I always think it's there.
I like it. Mm-hmm. That was the 10.
It was good.
Yeah, that wasn't bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, solid 35 minutes.
Good. Yeah.
Anything else to add? Thoughts, questions, concerns?
Nope. That's it.
Final question for you. What is I know you said they're all shit and trash, but come on. What is your favorite Halloween treat?
Oh, okay. So
we can do like top 3.
Top 3. Okay.
This is where you
I didn't say they're all shit and trash. I did. I said they were shit candies. So you can still like shit candies. Okay. So this is what I'm going to go for. Like if I'm going to take it out of my kids, I'm going to get some fuzzy peaches.
Ooh, yeah.
And I'm going to get like a Mr. Big mini bar.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get a mini bag of chips.
What kind of chips? Miss Vicky's salt and vinegar.
Yeah, I feel like they're always plain or cheesies or something.
Oh, lots of cheesies.
Yeah.
Do you know how there's the crunchy cheesies? There's
Cheetos.
Like that one. No, but there's the other brand, the Canadian one. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but I'm not really a fan of
it.
I like the soft cheesies over the hard Cheetos.
Yeah. And you would do fuzzy peaches over Swedish berries?
Yes.
Okay.
Every day.
So fuzzy peaches, Mr. Big, bag of chips.
Mm-hmm.
Doritos?
Oh, yeah. I love Doritos.
Okay.
What about you?
Reese's?
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Like the Reese's, like little cups?
Peanut butter cup.
Or like
not the pieces.
Pieces. Okay.
Yeah, no. Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yeah.
Those hamburger things. Oh, no.
Things that look like they're plastic.
Yeah, no, not those. But I will, honestly.
I've never had one. Like, what are they?
They just taste like gummy bears.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Well, they look horrible. They look like plastic toys.
They're fun. You're so, don't.
My kids aren't eating them.
God.
They're getting in the donation bill. Donation box.
Grandma Brooke over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we're talking about Halloween time, I would honestly say candy corn.
Candy corn.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Because I don't love it. It's not bad, but I would only ever have it at Halloween time, where a lot of these other things I can have during other times.
Yeah, I'm tossing the candy corn.
So I would probably do like a little bit of candy corn.
I don't even know if I've actually tried a candy corn.
Once again, just yucking my yum.
Maybe bring one for me.
I don't even know if they make them anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if I've had one.
So candy corn, Reese's. And then the other thing I would get probably like Oh, what are the Sour Patch Kids?
Yeah, those are good too.
Yeah, I'd go with Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah. So we can enjoy the shit things every once in a while.
Peanut M&Ms?
Yeah. Take
really?
Them. Yeah. Oh, peanut or peanut butter?
Oh, like both. God, yeah.
Like peanuts. And I don't like the peanut butter ones.
You don't like the peanut butter ones?
Nah.
Well, then I feel like that's like a Reese's. Reese's or Reese's?
Oh, Reese's. It's not Reese's.
I know. I said Reese's just now. Reese's? I just said it right now and I hated myself for it. No, I think actually before you go yelling at that person, I think those people exist.
Reese's.
Yeah. Reese's or Reese's? That's going to be a good question. That is the question to end this podcast on.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Brooke.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to bed. Bye.
Bye.